Hi, I'm Jeff Poole with iCar, part of the subject matter expert team. The technicians you're about to see in the video segments are well-trained technicians familiar with the service information on the vehicles. As they go through, they're only showing a portion of the tasks that need to be carried out as vehicles are being powered down or other testing is being performed. So ensure that you're wearing the proper PPE and you're following the service information and have the right training so you have successful repairs. Thanks for tuning in.
Hello and welcome to the iCar Chicago Tech Center. My name is Josh. I'm one of the ADAS and EV subject matter experts. Today we're going to be running through the high voltage disconnect on our 2021 Ford Mach-E. So first thing that we did was hook up the VCM3 to the car and then connected to the FDRS software here on the laptop. Following Ford service information, it tells us that we want to run a DTC scan on the battery electric control module, or battery energy control module. We go ahead and run the DTC check just to see if there's any DTCs present in the module. Ours does not have any DTCs currently, so that we can go ahead and proceed with the high voltage system de-energizing procedure. And the service information does tell us just to follow the on-screen prompts. It tells us to have the ignition on, which we already do. All right, and now within the procedure, it is actually going to run another DTC check just to, again, verify that there are no DTCs present. It did not find any, so we can continue. It's doing a isolation resistance check. Any value below 206.4 kilo ohms is considered to be a mild isolation fault. We are currently at 492.2, so we are in the good there. Continue on. It's going to then continue through. We will do a high voltage check. We see our high voltage battery reference voltage, which is 348 volts. So this kind of shows us the different voltages available throughout the system before we continue with the de-energizing procedure. All right, now it wants us to turn the ignition off. All right, with the ignition now off, we will follow the service information, which is going to have us remove the underhood panel so we can get access to the low voltage disconnect plug. All right, so we now have the panels removed from underneath the hood. We have access to the low voltage disconnect plug. Ford says to use a zip tie to hold the plug open. Once we have it open, we have a lock that we'll be using to hold it open. You just slide up on the red tab, press and hold, and pull back until the hole is visible. And go ahead and slide the lock through the hole to hold the disconnect open. And now that the low voltage disconnect plug has been opened, we will wait the 5 minutes for any residual high voltage in the system to be depleted. All right, now that the 5 minutes has been waited, it wants us to switch the ignition back on. And now on the high voltage check, we can see that our reference voltage was 348 volts. And then at our different high voltage components, they are successfully de-energized according to the scan tool here. So now we would turn the ignition off and then we can proceed with our zero potential verification.